Commission with Mr. Jim Bozio, Chairman, who is with us here this evening, Louis Burke, Stan Gallup, and Juan Nunez, all in attendance, Mr. Metz Abeta, the events coordinator. We have Terry McDowell and Roger Smith as our timekeepers, and our inside doctor, ladies and gentlemen, is Stanford Bernardo. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all are ready, let me know. The first fight of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, is scheduled for 4 rounds. We will have a weight of 135 pounds. Please join me in a big round of applause for our 2 fighters for this, the first bout, Mr. Rick Ortega. His opponent, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pey Castillo. Ladies and gentlemen, the referee for this first bout, Mr. Nephi Quintana. The judges, Rocky Burke, Dan Cisneros, and Sandy Pino.
Okay, kind of an unusual ring introduction. As the fighters were introduced coming to the ring, we have a little bit of a late start here as we had a problem with the PA system. Ring announcer Leroy Mota doing a great job of keeping the crowd entertained until we could get started here. But now the fights are underway here at Roller West. Dan Cisneros at ringside bringing you the boxing action of the Duke City here on Community Cable Channel 27. And we open up tonight's show with a lightweight bout. Ricky Ortega from Albuquerque, New Mexico. He will be in the gold trunks. An exciting fighter. He's 1-0. He won his first, his pro debut with a very impressive knockout win over Raul Montes. And his opponent will be a fellow 1-0 fighter, Pey Castillo.
Two courageous fighters going with a big round of applause now.
Pey Castillo coming down from Tucson, Arizona, although I believe he trains in Phoenix. His corner man there, Ariel Conde. And in the Ricky Ortega corner, you've got Oriol Chavez working as his chief, second, his main trainer. The referee is Elias Nephi Quintana. So we're just ready to go. Round 1 is underway. These are lightweights. Ricky Ortega in the gold trunks, Pey Castillo in the white trunks. Both are unbeaten at 1-0. So a good crossroads matchup of 2 up-and-coming young fighters here. Both fighters are right-handed. Rick Ortega, the former kickboxer, turned boxer, although he did do some amateur boxing as well. Pey Castillo from Arizona is a guy who they're talking about in Arizona that they, a couple of his handlers were telling us there's a little shot, a little bit low, right on the belt. Some of his trainers were telling me that they expect him to be a contender. Right now we'll see these 2 young prospects. And whoever wins this one will step a little bit higher up in consideration for future matches against top quality opposition. But right now it's somebody's O must go. Rick Ortega has good power, a very straight stand-up boxing style. Oh, and there's a good right hand and followed by a left by Castillo, and now Castillo landing some heavy shots to Ortega. Pey Castillo, good amateur boxer turned professional here, and he carries some pop in his hands. They told me he has some pretty heavy hands. So this could be interesting. There's Ortega now with the right hand, but Castillo answers back. Rick Ortega, very popular in Albuquerque. really nice young man. People just, once you meet him, you got to root for him. Pey Castillo seemed like a good guy too. I don't know him, but seeing him at the weigh-ins, he seemed very likable also. So, oh, there's a good right hand from Castillo, followed by a good series of punches. Down goes Rick Ortega. So Ricky Ortega down for the first time in his career. He gets the mandatory 8 count, and the bout will be resumed. So Rick Ortega goes down, put on the deck by the heavy-handed Pey Castillo. That is not a knockdown. His gloves touched, but he was being pushed down. So a good start for Pey Castillo from Arizona as he comes into New Mexico here and has the local boy in a little bit of trouble. You can see Ortega now trying to stay out of the way of those shots, getting down low, and now he comes back with a body shot, and Castillo answers with some good body shots of his own. And I think Ortega is still buzzed from that first knockdown. He does not look right. Oh, and a big right hand catches him. Down goes Rick Ortega. Second knockdown of the round. A bad start for Ricky Ortega. Let's see if he can recover from this. The fans, all of a sudden a hush comes over the Roller West Ballroom as the bell sounds to end the first round. Wow, a bad start for our local. So here we are with round 2 underway. Dan Cisneros at ringside. You're watching the 8-count boxing hour, and Ricky Ortega has his hands full against a very surprisingly powerful Pey Castillo. And now you see Ortega go to work on Castillo. Ortega loading up with some pretty wide shots. He got a few of them in there, but now it's Castillo going back to work. Pey Castillo has been in command of this one. And I am just not sure that Ricky Ortega has recovered from that first knockdown. He just hasn't looked steady. Oh, but he lands a good straight right hand there. That kind of backed Castillo up for a little bit. We are in the second round, scheduled for 4. 2 fighters with their unbeaten records on the line here. Both guys are 1-0. Ricky Ortega went down twice in that opening round. He's got a big hole to climb out of here. Oh, and there's a big left hand from Castillo again. Ortega just lowers his head and tries to move forward and stay out of the way of those shots. Again, Ortega with both hands working, trying to get something going here. And he is still kind of off balance. He is being hurt by those shots from Castillo. Pey Castillo loading up with some heavy artillery. There's a body shot right hand that lands. Ortega takes it, but how much more of this can he take? Oh, and he runs into a straight right. And right now it's Pey Castillo from Arizona, looking like he is in full control of this one. So the much talked about Ricky Ortega here in Albuquerque, people expecting a big future for this young boxer, but right now he has his hands full as Pey Castillo has come in top condition and ready to go. You're watching the 8-count boxing hour. And there's a good left hand from Ricky Ortega. Ricky has not been able to hurt Castillo. He really needs to do something big here to change things around, because right now it's Pey Castillo in full control of this one. And again, Ricky jumps in and lands some short shots, but there's Castillo again with that body shot and follows it with a right hand. And Rick Ortega just pushes Castillo back, grabs onto him and pushes him back. There's Ortega trying to get that jab going, but unable, and that ends the second round, and Ortega wobbles back to his corner. Okay, while you were away, this fight has been stopped. Ring doctor recommends that the fight be stopped. The corner gives the okay, and it's going to be a second round knockout, technical knockout win for Pey Castillo. Give him credit. He came in and got the job done. There you see him, a good sport. Lots of respect from both fighters, but nice performance by Pey Castillo. Let's just give him the credit he deserves. He came in and did the job.